Hey, welcome back to this channel, and in today's video I'm going to tell you two things you need to discard today and start paddling the canoe of your life into the success arena. So you see, my name is Deji Kotila, and what I basically do is talk about marketing and how you can take your idea to the next level. Take it from the point A to point B, and even if you want to take it higher than that point, do that. But it's not about who I am or what I do, but today's video is going to tell you what you need to discard, and you can start moving and start paddling the canoe of your life to the success point. So what are those two things I want to talk about? Before I talk about those two things, you should have a project going on in your life. If you don't have any project going on in your life, you will definitely fail. Nobody achieves success without having a project they're working on, without solving a problem. So I'm representing a problem with a project because a lot of people don't want to hear about problems, they want to hear about projects. So that's why I said so. So what are those two things you should think about? You should discard before and start moving to your success lane today. Before I talk about those two things, again, let me use this as an example. Have you been watching TV lately, like since this coronavirus thing is started, since we've been told to stay home, like we've started quarantine? Have you ever been watching TV? I'm not talking about regular TV like the news and stuff like that, but I'm talking about shows. Show hosts have been hosting their shows from home. They've been connecting with people they want to host. They want to bring the visitors, the guests. They've been calling them on video calls, and they've been doing the shows from home. There is this lady that I watch, I fortunately see her when she's hosting her show, because it's always a period of time that I'm kind of a little bit be free, not busy. So, and I've seen her a couple of times in her pajamas and eating probably egg, tangerine, and some stuff like that, and probably on her dining table or the kitchen table. So one thing that you have to discard today, and we've been thinking about, that is stopping us from taking steps and going further, is perfection. You need to forget about that perfection. Nobody is perfect, and nobody will ever be perfect. The day you become perfect, the day you die. Even when you're dead, you're not perfect, because people are still gonna say trash about you. So you need to discard perfection. When you wait until the time you're perfect, you will never be perfect, and you will never do it. And even if you do it, people will tell you, oh, this and that, and you yourself will see things that are not perfect in what you've done. You'll be like, I don't think I want to do it again because it's not perfect. And the moment you say it's not perfect, you quit, and you will never achieve the success you want to achieve from that. So henceforth, I need you to discard perfection. Even the former president of this country, Barack Obama, said, there is nothing like perfection, we only work towards it. But nobody is perfect, so nothing is perfect. So if nothing is perfect, if nobody is perfect, you do not need to work towards perfection, and you need not to say you want to be perfect before you start, or when you start you just want to be perfect. No, you can always improve. And they say one thing that the Chinese people buy is improvement. So even when you have the best, you still need to improve. You need to improve. And so I want you from today to discard perfection, because that will never happen. It will only keep you grounded, keep you on a spot, and you will never move forward, or you will never start. And when you never start, you don't go further, you don't achieve anything from it. Don't forget, go subscribe to this channel, Deji Kotila, on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Deji Kotila. The second point I want to bring out is that I've talked about perfection, but the second point I want to bring out is that we don't just start. It's not even because we're waiting for perfection, but we're believing that I'm not good enough. Yes, and because of that, we don't start. See, everybody that starts something doesn't start from the point of being good. What you need to do is just go out there, begin to talk to people that could do it for you. Even if you want to use a phone, start calling them. If you want to send a message, start doing that. It's better for you to go out there and learn, rather than just staying home or sitting down and not learn anything. This Bishop Oyedepo said, if you wait, you waste. So the moment you're waiting till you become good or you become better, you're wasting. And you will discover that you've wasted a lot of time. I was watching a video that has to do about sales, and that guy said, this guy will always ask them a question at the end of the videos, that what if you have to go back, what would be the main thing you will tell your people? You will tell yourself, or your younger self. He said, I will tell myself to make more effort, make more calls, go out there, connect more with people, because he knew that the more he gained confidence the more he makes more money. And it was like he didn't do it early enough. Like when he started, it was like, do it today, don't do it for a couple of times. I will still regret the same thing. Yeah, and a lot of people will regret the same thing. So just go out there. Tony Robbins said, if you, instead of you going to college to study some particular courses, I think it was talking about sales. He said, don't go to college to study sales. He said, go out there and study sales out there, because people you're gonna be selling to are out there. You could be thinking, oh, they're not gonna give me enough money. See, he said by the time you spend 2 years, you have the same certificate of people that go to college for 4 years. What does it mean by that? If you go to college for 4 years, I mean, to my understanding, if you go to college for 4 years to study sales or marketing or whatever, and by the time you graduate, they give you from probably $50,000 to $100,000 if you spend dollars. So then if you go out there and begin to talk to people every day, you get to know people, you improve yourself, and you know what to do at a particular time. You know how people respond to people in 2 years compared to 4 years when you have to study everything one after the other. But when you're out, you can learn 2 things in 1 day talking to people, because you know how people think, you know what people need, you know what people want, and you can know how to take care of that even before that person graduates. If you're ready to key into this and go all in before that person, before the 2 years, you can have the massive success that person will have in 6 years. Because the moment you go out today, that has happened to me before. I went out, I was talking to someone, the person said, okay, not because I needed what you do, but because I want to encourage you. He paid me to go do it. Imagine, I got money, and imagine if I did it well, the person would be like, oh, okay, that's cool. Can I retain your service? Or okay, I will introduce you to someone else, which was what he said. I will tell people about you. And I've done some services for people that they referred me to people, and I've made money from there. Not because I went to school for it or anything. This that I'm doing today, nobody taught me how to do it. I just figured it out, and I was fortunate to be somewhere where I belong to the department where they do this. Then I've been able to know a little about it. Then I borrowed a friend's camera, and then I used it for some services, and I was getting better. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I know that. So if I can crack the code of this down, I will do better. So that's it. So what I'm trying to tell you, the 2 things you need to work on today, or you need to discard today, is number 1, perfection. You don't need to be perfect before you do anything. And number 2, you just need to start. Just go out there and begin to connect with people and begin to tell people, I want to help you to do this. The moment you're able to tell people, I want to help you to do this, the more you gain confidence, because confidence comes from there. Number 2, people know you. Number 3, you get better, you get improved. Because when you do a service for someone, let's say you're into lawn mowing, you never did it before, in fact you never operated a machine before, and you tell someone, I want to help you to mow your lawn, and that person said, okay, how much do you charge? I charge $15. It's supposed to be $20 like people will usually do. The last time I checked though, $15. Why $15? Okay, I'm just starting for the first time, I just need an encouragement. Even you don't even need to pay me, but I want to know how to do this. And if that person said, okay, no problem, I'll help you, I'll teach you how to do it, and teaches you how to operate the machine, and you do it, probably you did it wrong, and the person will be like, okay, this is how to do it, this is how to do it, in case of another time. You will learn something from them. Steve Harvey said the person, a friend of him that back then, I can't remember the story very well, but he said that guy is now a millionaire mowing lawns. So there is nothing you can do if you're ready to go out there to get it done. But if you're not ready to get it done, nothing will happen. So what are those 2 things again? Before I say the 2 things again, don't forget, subscribe to this channel, and also let's follow each other on Instagram at DigiCoachla. What are those 2 things again? Those 2 things are, number 1, you should discard perfection. Don't wait till you're perfect before you start doing something. And number 2, you just need to start. When you start, you get better as you go on. Thank you again for joining me again today for this exciting video. I will see you next time in another video.